Yo, what's good, everyone? It's your snotty boys, Jimmy, Daz, and Deffa. What, lads?
Yeah, all right, mate.
Yes.
Me and Def are
Everyone's
fucked.
struck down with a lurgy, innit?
Oh,
Oh
mate.
God.
You got cold as well, Jim?
I've had one for a couple of weeks, mate. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
mate, did you
just getting
take it
over the
away?
worst of it now.
That's the thing now. There's no 2, 3 days of a cold. It's now 2 weeks. I don't know if we're getting older or these colds are getting stronger.
Well, it's both, mate, I
It's
think.
both. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, dear, oh dear.
I know. Now we've got Storm Ishan blowing
Oh my
a gale
God.
outside.
Yeah, you've just come
Ridiculous.
back off from Miami, haven't you?
Oh, mate, this is an absolute like shock to the system, I tell you.
Couldn't have been
That
any worse, could it, really?
beautiful sunshine to
You were
this.
living that Dominican Republic life on those
Oh,
beaches, isn't it,
living
mate?
la
Eh?
vida loca, mate, and
Yes, mate.
now stuck in this. But it doesn't matter because today we've got our versus special. We've got band v band. We've got song v song. We've got album v album battles, and the first ever recorded 8-band tag team match. Like that's official as well, mate. I've looked up on the government websites, went downtown, all looked up there on the Magna Carta. This has never been done before. First
Mate,
ever
we are a
8-band.
podcast for firsts, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
mate.
exactly what we are.
I can't wait to get to that one at the end. That's going
Oh,
to be an absolute wounda, I tell you.
God
So we've done
damn.
these before, like we've done song v song, haven't we? We've done album v album.
Yes.
We did band v band. We did as well, I think, didn't we? At some point.
So, yes.
So this is just going to be a big mixture of all three of them.
A
And
Royal Rumble, mate.
yeah, this is proper Jerry the King Lawler territory, this, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got some wounders on here for you, lads. So I do
We love it.
apologize in
We love
advance.
it.
Yeah, I've written these out, but I haven't thought about my answers either. So
Oh, sick.
I'm open to be swayed by you two. Absolutely. When we you know what it
Okay.
is, you think you've got your like stone set in stone answer, didn't you? And then someone's like, but what about this song?
They
This
twist
album.
your arm. Exactly. I'm going to be interested by this.
Yeah, and then Defo with his like, if I was going to listen to one now, what would it be? Argument
Yes.
that
Yes. That
that
take that into effect, mate, because it all
yeah,
works.
that tipped everything on its head when we did this before. So
Yes.
yeah, be interested to see. Right, so let's do matchup number one then. This is two albums celebrating their 30th anniversary this year. Green Day Dookie versus the Offspring Smash.
Why?
Now, Def, I know for you and me, you had the Offspring in your top 20 albums of all
Yeah.
time.
I know what my answer will be.
I had Green Day Dookie in my top 20 albums of all
Mhm.
time. But if I was doing it again, the Offspring Smash should have been in there.
Yeah.
So
But I wish Green Day Dookie was in my list. It was the same sort of food.
yeah,
But
yeah.
for me, I'm going to stick with Offspring.
Are you?
Because I've listened to that album, I think, more than Dookie. Even though I fucking love Dookie, Offspring, I think's in quadruple figure territory, man.
I hear
Just
you, mate.
very, very tough, mate. That's
And they're both 11 out of 10 classics as well, aren't
yes,
they?
yes.
Like there isn't one song on either record that I ever skip. If I'm putting them on,
It's unskippable, mate. Both of them.
Oh.
But I think for me, Smash just
Okay.
edges.
I'm gonna have to go Dookie just, mate, then, because it is in my top 20, and that it would be foolish of me to change my mind at this. Do you know what I mean? Now,
Yeah, it makes sense for both of ours picks. Yes.
yeah. Okay, I'm going Dookie then.
Right, I'm going
Daz.
Dookie as well.
Oh,
Only because
okay.
like that was something that I grew up with.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was big for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was big album. One of the very first albums I think one of my mates had, and the cover was epic.
Yeah, the covers
So,
are classic, mate.
Classic. So yeah, for me,
Have you ever
that
got
was
in
a
on
no-brainer.
Smash, Daz?
Not really, mate. To be honest with you, no. I was never
Ooh.
really a big. I never really got massively into the Offspring. I
No.
quite liked Conspiracy of One though, which is weird.
Yes.
Kind of got into him a bit later on.
Do you know what, mate? Revisit Smash at some point over the next few weeks. It's easily their best album, definitely.
Yeah.
I might even save it
1000%.
for the old summertime, mate.
Mate,
Oh,
that
mate,
is
it'll
mate,
hit.
it's
and get that
perfect.
extra layer
It will
in.
hit, mate, it will hit big time, mate.
Yeah, mate, in the
It
car.
really will. Yeah. Right then, first battle done. Albums v albums. Green Day Dookie coming out the winner. Right, battle number 2. is a song battle. It's Slayer opening tracks. We've got the title track to South of Heaven versus War Ensemble that opens Seasons in the Abyss. Look at the pain on Death's face.
Oh,
Both
Death.
absolute
yeah.
classics. One of the best riffs ever written, South of Heaven.
It's got that guitar bit at the beginning, man. It's just iconic. But then the screaming War Ensemble, mate. Is...
I know. Hearing South of Heaven live is something
yes.
altogether entirely different, isn't it?
War Ensemble literally gets you in the mood for war, man.
Yeah,
anything
that is,
in your way is coming down.
The Dave Lombardo drum fill
I
in War
know.
Ensemble as well.
War Ensemble is one of my favorite Slayer tracks.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that is just gonna edge it. Again, it's fucking
me,
just.
Mate. I think War Ensemble is gonna. For the longest time, it was my favorite Slayer song.
Yes, it's in the top 2, 3 for me. War Ensemble as favorite tracks. So
I think it would be for me.
Just edges.
Yeah.
Oh, is that 3 for 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, blimey,
yes.
mate.
Yeah.
Blimey.
I mean, it is a fucking banger, isn't it? War Ensemble. It's just top 2
top banana.
Tracks.
Kicking off an album like that. Like, forget
Yeah,
about
it's fucking nuts, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Angel of Death would have been pointless putting in because I think that probably trumps most of them.
It's one of them.
I should have done a 3-way battle with Hella Waits as well. That would have been
awful.
My
God, that would have been painful.
That would have been awful,
all year, wouldn't we? Yeah. War Ensemble 3 for 3 there for us. Right, okay, this next one is horrible, lads, and I'm really, really sorry. It's a band v band, extreme metal legends, Dying Fetus versus Cattle Decapitation.
Oh, mate. That is savage, isn't it? You know, like when people, think up, really sadistic people think up like these methods of torture and shit. Well, that's like someone.
This is
what about this? Like,
this is that, isn't it?
Yeah.
In podcast form.
Oh,
yeah.
God, mate.
I was with Deffer's argument. Who do I listen to more is what I'm thinking with this one. And I think I listen to Dying Fetus more than Cattle Decap.
Me too. And I also want to throw in that I'll predominantly listen to the band's most recent output than compared to their earlier stuff. Like, I haven't really touched much of Cattle Decapitation's early stuff.
I think you're right there, Daz.
Dying Fetus, early Doors stuff. The production on it's pretty shit as well, isn't it?
Oh, it's still fucking sick though.
It's still sick. It's no doubt about it.
Those last 2 albums though are insane.
Yeah, this is it. But then,
I would argue the last sort of 4 albums.
Yeah.
Even Descend into Depravity, Reign Supreme, Wrong One. We've got
Death Atlas. Anthropocene, you've got the new one.
Exactly. Terrorsight was fucking magnificent.
Yeah. If someone said, right, gun to head, you can only have one of these bands' back catalogs, who would you choose right now?
I'm going Dying Fetus.
Dying Fetus.
Dying Fetus for me too.
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry, but that's just
the problem. The thing that threw me with this one is there's more to Cattle Decapitation's music.
Yes.
You've got melodies and those like goblin vocals and do you know what I mean? And the weird sing-along.
Those technical sort of chords and that.
But
I think I just put on Dying Fetus just to have a good old fucking headbang. Do you know what I mean?
So hard though. If I was asked that again, like in an hour, I'd probably put a case together for Cattle Decapitation.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah.
But at the moment, I think those breakdowns from Dying Fetus, they're untouchable. I think you could put them up against most bands. It's Dying Fetus breakdowns, mate. Put a smile on your face, no matter what mood. They're untouchable.
Yeah. Right, 3 for 3 then, yeah.
Dying Fetus. Painful, though. Painful.
Yeah, I know, mate. Right, next one is another album battle, and it is hardcore classics.
Oh God.
Biohazard, Urban Discipline versus Marauder, Master Killer.
Oh fuck's sake,
Oh.
Jim.
I know.
Oh God.
On the wrong side of the track. See,
Oh,
I remember getting into Master Killer years and years ago when the title track was on a Metal Hammer CD, wasn't it, Def?
yes. That was probably the first time I heard it.
But I think me and you had been into Biohazard already by that point.
Yeah.
And Biohazard hold a very dear place in our hearts,
Yes.
don't they, mate?
I think
Like,
Biohazard for me would beat most bands because of that. We've been there since pretty much the beginning with Biohazard.
when did we get on? We got into them on State of the World Address, didn't
Yes.
we? And
Yes.
then
94. Was that 94?
God, I think it might be another 30-year anniversary one this year, mate. You know that?
Jesus Christ, yeah.
I'm sure it was 94, wasn't it? Because
I'm
we were
sure
very early
yeah, 'cause
into.
Urban was 92, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Urban Discipline was 92. I think that was 94. That's when we first got into them.
Yeah. So it would have to, if I was to choose one now, like you always say, mate, I think I would go with Biohazard.
Yeah, same with me, mate.
I
I got in
think I
Marauder
know.
later in life, even though Master Killer is sensational, and I'd pick that album probably over most, but
Same. If it was any other hardcore albums or band,
It's Biohazard. It can't win that one for me,
yeah, Man with a Promise,
mate.
Wrong
Yeah.
Side of the Tracks.
It's just something else, mate,
Oh,
innit?
yeah.
Just hits that way, innit? It's that,
I
yeah.
think it's gonna have to be Biohazard for me, mate.
I'm going to go Master Killer. I think.
Nice, mate. Yeah,
Nice.
And I think it's simply just down to production purposes.
yeah. Okay.
Like, I love the early Biohazard stuff, but the production on it is fucking pretty jank.
It's very early 90s.
In all honesty, it's very early 90s. But
they didn't sound great until State of the World Address.
yeah.
But there is a remastered version of Urban Discipline, isn't there, Def? That's
Yes.
brilliant. It
Really
sounds
good.
really, really fucking good.
Sick.
but
That's what they
mate,
need, really.
a lot of those early metal and hardcore albums do, don't they? I love a good remaster, mate. I won't lie. I know a lot of people think it's like
Yeah, the right album
sacrilege,
sounds
but
fucking great for a remaster.
yeah,
The right album, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Master Killer was 95.
So like what are they? A couple of years apart?
Couple
Yeah.
of years apart. Yeah, it's
Mm.
amazing how much shit gets improved on in a couple of years.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
You know.
like you said, Biohazard State of the World was 94, and by then they'd upped their production game.
Yeah.
2-1
Yeah.
then Biohazard, but that was
That's tough,
we knew that would
mate.
be a toughie, mate. I knew that would be a close one. And we're sticking in hardcore for this next one, and this is horrible as well. This is a song v song, but these are two modern hardcore anthems. God's Hate Be Harder versus Gridiron Trench.
Oh my god, mate.
You want to talk about two?
They're two of our favourite bands, I think, modern bands,
yeah,
isn't it?
mate. Two slogan
yeah.
tracks like Life is Hard, Be Harder versus You on the Bench, We in the Trench. Like, they're two all-timer lines in songs, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've listened to both of these albums in the
I'm
last week as
doing
well.
the first, as soon as you said both tracks, the first track that I was thinking in my head was Trench.
Oh, really?
That was the first track. I can hear,
You on the bench.
I can hear everything
We in the
about
trench.
Trench. That
Keep
was
on.
over God's Hate. So I've
Yeah.
got to pick Gridiron. I have to. That was the first, as soon as you mentioned Gridiron, it was in my head already over God's
Well, there
Hate.
you go, mate.
There we go. That's it. That's how you got to do it.
This is how you got to do it.
You got to do it.
You got to go on instinct, haven't you?
I
Yeah.
was the opposite, mate.
Well,
So
yeah.
yeah, easy, mate. Shoe in fucking God's sakes. The war's begun.
I know,
Just make sure to
mate. just
just grab someone and just fucking crush their skull, mate. Like immediately. Like with impunity.
I think Be Harder as well has become like it's like a catchphrase now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh
Do you know
my
what
god.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, what am I gonna? Oh, I'm just gonna go God's Hate as well. I think only by the smallest of margins. Like they're both
Yeah.
they're both
Anthems.
anthems, aren't they? Let's be honest.
I think God's Hate, that Be Harder just gives me that fucking extra, like, you know what I mean? It's just a power surge.
Yeah.
Like, instantly, just like, makes you want to lift like a house up.
But these are like any gym playlist that doesn't have these two songs on it.
You're doing it wrong.
Like, yeah, you're
Isn't a
doing it
gym
all wrong.
playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing it all wrong. Right then,
Binge
okay,
playlist.
God's Hate then coming out the winner there. 2-1. Oh, next one is a band v band. Modern black metal brilliance.
Oh,
Oof.
Moonlight
Like it.
Sorcery versus Stormkeep.
Oh,
it's tough, but I know my answer.
go on.
Moonlight Sorcery.
Really? Fuck.
Whoa, no messing about, Death.
Moonlight Sorcery. That last album, mate, was just. It could have been album of the year for me. It was phenomenal how much I enjoyed it. Stormkeep is brilliant. It's a lot more to it. It's more expanded, Stormkeep. So I think Moonlight is a little bit more easier
It was
for
an
me
easier
to
listen for you.
It's an easier listen. Stormkeep, there's so much happening. Stormkeep is like a Lord of the Rings movie extended edition.
Yeah.
Fucking long, you know, but brilliant, like epic. Like one of the
Yeah.
best things you'll hear. But Moonlight is just like a condensed. And I think, yeah, for me, Moonlight Sorcery, yeah. But
See, I
Stormkeep is phenomenal.
was thinking
But-
of like discographies. Stormkeep have got. I've not really gone in on the first album much,
I haven't.
but Tales of Other Times is a masterpiece.
Yes, it is.
Moonlight Sorcery have recorded a brilliant album and 2 brilliant EPs.
It's tough because we're both massive
But-
fans of them.
I think Tales of Other Times is one of the best albums recorded in the last God knows how many years. So I think if I was to listen to one album now, it'd be Stormkeep. I think if I was only allowed to keep one band's music, I think I'd have to choose Stormkeep.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, mate. I'm a stan for Lord of the Rings extended editions, mate. And there's no fucking other thing that I'd rather have when I get that CD come through from Van Records and this epic little packaging and a fucking nice little map.
It's got a
Yeah,
map
And they've
in there,
got these
bruv.
like you know, just
I've
a
completed
fantasy
that
world.
map. There was nothing at the end of it.
Oh, there was nothing at the end of it.
It's got a wizard.
Yeah, exactly.
As the
Yeah,
opening
mate.
line.
Oh, fuck me.
That was your album of the year,
Stormkeep,
Daz, wasn't it? When it came
Yeah,
out?
the artwork's better than Moonlight Sorcery as well. Moonlight Sorcery don't come with no map if you get lost. Don't know where the fuck you're at.
Yeah, if
Rookie-
you're trekking
rookies.
into that Thorn Castle, mate.
Yeah, I
You
want to
ain't
know
got
where
that
shit
map.
is.
What
You
you
know
gonna
what I
do?
mean? Got to watch out for that trap door. Look at Dan's face. He ain't happy. He's just
Dude,
staring
no.
at me like,
I think on this one, there's no wrong answer.
No, of course, there's no wrong answer in any of them.
There's not,
No.
mate. No,
It's just excruciating. I love these episodes because it's just so cool to like get different perspectives on stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
I like Def's instant like. Yep, it's that one.
Yeah, that's what.
There's no
I'm
messing
just
about
like,
with him,
bloody
is there?
I
hell,
think that's
no, no.
I think that's how you got. I think that's sometimes how you got to do it,
Yeah,
especially if
with
it's a
certainty.
tough one. You
Yeah.
have to. You have to.
He's a man of he's a man of action, isn't he?
Yeah,
Action.
it's
Do you
like
know what
if
I
he
mean?
was on a game show, he'd be fucking whamming that buzzer before the presenters finished the line.
If we were on
Exactly.
Family Fortunes, we'd have
Yeah.
won already.
That's
be-
it, mate.
yeah.
Yeah,
Big
you'd all be
bucks.
called Dan because I'll be answering all the questions.
Oh, brilliant. Right. So Stormkeep coming out, the winners there. Right. Next one is album v albums. We're sticking in black metal.
Oh, fuck it. We know what this is going to be, Daz. I can see it.
I can't. I don't
can
know what
see
it is.
Gone.
Cradle Classics.
Oh fuck.
God.
Dusk and Her Embrace versus Cruelty and the Beast.
Oh, well, this is easy for me.
This
Cruelty
is
and the
easy
Beast.
for me. Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
right,
This is
man.
easy. Wait,
I know you two are probably going to
It's
go with the
it's
Dusk.
easy, but
it's not easy.
cruelty is fantastic, but Dusk and Her Embrace is just something else.
It's
to me.
special to me, that album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a magic to it that is intangible. Like I can't put my finger on why
some
it's so
occult
magical.
mysticism.
I still remember listening on the Metal Hammer CD,
The title track.
the title track, and those vocals, and I was like, "What in the fuck is this?"
Dev, I
Love it.
remember me and you were like in school going, should we be listening to this?
Yes,
Like,
we were
like,
going
we were
through
like-
like, did you hear that Cradle of Filth?
Yeah, we were like,
It was just screaming.
And we were
But
like,
I
can we
sort of-
like that?
Yeah, it was like, but I liked it. I couldn't stop. And out of that scene, that was the track I just kept playing.
Yeah.
Because it was so different to what we were listening to.
Yeah. Do you
At
remember
that time?
there was that innocence when you were young, isn't it? Of like I
I shouldn't.
am I
Yeah,
allowed to like this?
in your headphones, isn't it? And you're looking at people thinking, God, if they knew what I was listening to, he's just screaming like a demon.
Yeah. Am I enjoying this?
Have I enjoyed this?
Mate, I remember ordering remember in Kerrang or Metal Hammer, you
The
had
mail
like,
order.
mail
Yeah.
order like shops where they advertise.
Yeah.
I remember ringing shop up and ordering this and Famous Monsters from Misfits on the same day, and the bloke's like, "Good choices, lad," and you'd give your card details over the phone and your
That's
address
it.
and all that.
Good choices, lad. There's some guy on
Yeah.
the end of the phone. Oh,
It was
shit.
quality, mate. Yeah, he ran a little record shop that I ordered them from, and I got the coffin. You got the coffin version as well, Def, didn't you?
I did have that one, yes.
Yeah. But cruelty's yours then, Daz, yeah?
Yeah, mate. Honestly, like, I know. Again, I honestly just think it comes down to production, mate. Honestly, like the production on Cruelty is better than.
Do you know what? That's
The
funny
dust
because
for me.
cruelty is the one where the production gets panned a lot by people. Especially the drum
Yes.
sound on the original version.
Yeah.
The remaster is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a great rework in that.
Mate, every song on it's fucking incredible,
Oh,
isn't it? Like, I mean,
is.
look,
It's
it's by a cunt hair.
Yeah.
But if I was to pick one or the other, I'd go with Cruelty 9 times out of 10, I think.
That's
in all
how you
honesty.
have to do it, mate.
Yeah, that's how you have to do it.
Yeah. But these are two world
Yes, seminals.
classic seminal records, like that people are still using as inspiration today. Like when we chatted to Phantom Slaughter of Worm, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
that was wicked. He was
big
just like, is that
influence,
from
wasn't it?
like Dusk? And he was just like, yeah.
Yeah. Cited the
Yeah.
first few Cradle albums as they're just untouchable, weren't they?
Yeah,
For that style, man.
100%. Unbelievable, mate.
So 2-1 then, Dusk and Her Embrace just taking that. I thought that would edge us out, Def, on that one.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Next one. Song v Song battle again. 90s metal anthems. Machine Head Davidian versus Fear Factory Replica. Two of our favorite albums. All three of our favorite albums of all time.
That is fucking.
I know this is a horrible one, mate. I really like, because there's no I got into one before the other here. Maybe a year. Burn My Eyes was a year before the Manufactured Death, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it was pretty much very close for us, wasn't it?
See, Replica is probably my favourite Fear Factory track, or one of, definitely in the top sort of
Yeah, it's up there.
3.
Would Davidian be in your top 3 Machine Head tracks, Def?
Davidian, oh mate, I think it's one of their best opening tracks.
I think it's one of the best opening tracks ever.
Davidian is just, I think that's why I'm going to have to pick Davidian. Davidian is just.
I mean, it was a hell of a marker.
Yeah,
like, planted in the fucking ground, wasn't it? Davidian.
Let freedom ring with a shotgun blast is one of the most iconic lines. It's got arguably the best breakdown ever at the end.
Yeah, it's for me, I think it's Davidian.
Chris Kontos' drumming on it is
it's insane, mate.
Unbelievable. Replica's not my favorite Fear Factory song. I think it would probably be Self Bias Resistor.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite. Top track. Self Bias Resistor, definitely.
But it is such. Oh, I'm going to go with Davidian as well, because, like you said, a statement of intent for a new band. Imagine a new band came out now, and the first track on their first album was Davidian.
We were there, Jim, when they dropped this. We remember listening to this album when it dropped, and it was like, fuck me.
The video is hard as nails, isn't it?
Yes.
Like, they look I remember seeing the video on Headbangers Ball, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It was like, it was almost like an Ice-T video or something from the early 90s.
Mate, mid-90s Rob Flynn looked the fucking Don, man.
He was a scary bastard.
He looked scary.
Yeah.
He looked. It looked like some psychopathic hardcore band.
It looked like a fucking a gangster rap video, mate, didn't it? Like, yeah, there was nothing like that Was
At
there?
that time, mate, that was just completely different, mate. Yeah,
Mm.
It's got to be Davidian. It has to be Davidian.
It's
for me,
Davidian for
man.
me too.
Yeah.
I would usually have had an answer for you at this point, but I don't have one. It's so hard. Like, as a part of me, it's just like, right, we'll go Fear Factory because I've probably heard that song more than Davidian, just because I used to have a friend that was, well, I still have a friend who's not passed on, but he was obsessed with it, like, and then
Yeah.
it got to a point where, when someone's like super obsessed with something and then
Yeah.
you fucking hate it, just like, fuck off.
Yeah, stop
You
playing
know
that.
what I mean? Like, stop playing that shit. But I mean, I guess I got to make a choice. So I'll go Davidian as well, I think.
Yeah.
Because of the impact that it had when you first heard it.
That's it,
You
mate.
saw
I
it
think,
on like fucking Kerrang and that.
yeah,
On
I
the
think
telly.
that impact still hasn't lessened to this day. Like either,
Mm.
like it's still a world beater. Right,
Yeah.
3-0 then, Machine Head. I didn't really know where that was going to go, but yeah, fair play to
That was like one of the hardest ones by far for a
Yeah,
long time.
yeah. Right, next one is album v albums. This is the Rizzic Rumble.
Oh god.
The Rizzic Rumble.
Summerland's Dream Killer versus Eternal Champion Ravening Iron. Now, for me, Summerlands was my album of the year when it came out, 2022.
Yes.
But if we were going back to 2020 and doing the album of the year again, Eternal Champion would be that now, I think. Having lived with that album now for a few years, Ravening Iron is fucking
It is phenomenal.
classic, isn't it? In the moment I
Right, I think I'm just going to go Summerlands. Summerlands. For me. Just because Edge of the Knife is an absolute fucking anthem, mate. There's nothing like that on Ravening Iron. Not like anthemic like that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
That's
it's a different style.
It's a different style.
They're two different
Yeah.
styles. It's different.
But they're in the same. They're the same as
Yeah,
well. Though. It's really weird. But
they're in the same ballpark.
Yeah. I will probably, on the theory of what I've listened to the most, on what I'm more familiar with, Summerlands, because I've listened to it more than Eternal Champion. Ravening Iron is phenomenal, but
I've song on there as well, like Night Drive as well. Is that what it's called?
Night Drive.
Oh
yeah,
my god, dude,
wicked. I'm Ravening Iron.
But then it's got Cowards Keep.
Sword. No one can take them from me. I know, mate, but it's like,
Jim, you've got to go Eternal Champion. You're big patron for them, man.
In the moment I land,
yeah, it's got to be.
The moment he lands, the storm my way.
Yeah, I think Jim's made his mind.
Yeah, I'm going Summerlands as well.
Yes,
I can't,
mate.
I can't change my mind on an album.
Summerlands hits, but Summerlands just hits different, innit, man?
Yeah,
it's
just
weird,
mate. It's so good.
It's
like Dad said, Edge of the Knife would tip it all
mate.
day
It is
Edge of the Knife.
Knife is what fucking
off it.
I'm gonna listen to that track after we're done,
mate.
Oh, what an album!
I'm gonna listen to the album. Actually, fuck that.
There's something that song does, mate. To me, that I'm just like fucking
perfect.
I don't know.
It's
mate.
a perfect
so
song,
good.
mate.
It's a heavy metal classic. It's gonna
go
down
it
as
is a heavy metal classic. Like you could almost see it like in the charts. Like it should be like ABBA levels.
It should be. If
like so good.
If rock music was taken seriously in like the mainstream, that song should have been
yes,
huge. Do you know what I mean? So
like a Duran Duran or something. It almost feels like a bit.
It should be on like fucking montages for like sports events and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
100%, so good. Or in a Rocky film.
Yes.
Right then, Summerland's 3-0. Blimey, I didn't expect a whitewash there, but this is the way of the game, isn't it? This is the way it works. Right, okay, next one. Battle 10. Modern thrash bands.
Oh god.
High Command versus Enforced.
This will be interesting.
Both have released 2 albums. So similar discographies, like lengths.
I've got my pick.
Albums versus 2 albums.
I've got my pick.
I think I know where Def's going.
Yeah.
I think the first High Command came out before we started doing the pod, didn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
So we wouldn't have ever. The first Enforced album didn't make my 40. The second did. but that last High Command was platinum for me. They've got swords, and they've got that like fantasy edge, haven't they? Whereas Enforced are like
Straight
urban.
edge thrash.
High Command have got that kill 'em all vibe, that early thrash that I fucking love.
This
I'm
is
gonna
well
go
rough.
High Command.
I
I
think
think.
I'd have to do the same.
Ooh, I wasn't sure which way you were going to go on this, Daz. I know you
Oh,
love
well,
both of
no, I
them,
wasn't
so
sure. Yeah.
I think they edge it. Like, cause I've seen them both live.
Mm.
I saw them live, and I remember asking the guy I was with, I was like, "Who would you take out of Enforce and High
Oh,
Command?"
really?
Yeah,
Oh, so this is a question that's come up before then for you.
yeah, quite a lot. I think about this often. I'm always thinking of stuff like this, and and he was like, "I think, I don't know, man. It's so rough." I mean, I'll stick with High Command, I think, but
I
it's
think
not
I
by
would
a
take
lot at all.
that last High Command over both the Enforced albums. I think that's the way I think.
Oh,
I love the last Enforced album. It's fucking brilliant. But I think that High Command's just got something a bit extra with the
Yeah,
fantasy edge and the early sort of kill 'em all vibes that I love. Yeah, I think I'd have to go for that, mate.
beautiful longy as well.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I'm going High Command. You're going in four, Steph, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going in for. I think they're two different styles of
They are.
thrash.
They
So
are,
it's
mate. Yeah.
very difficult to compare them, but I love those last two and four. I love the High Command. I think High Command are fucking phenomenal. That last High Command album was wicked, but
Yeah.
Enforced are definitely going to be that thrash band in
Yeah,
this sort of modern thrash era. I think their next album, I think, is going to put them on that power trip level. It should do. It should
Yeah.
do. It should put them on that stage. I think if they don't do it on this next album, they'll never get there.
I
I
think
think
they're
this next album
on the way, mate.
has, yeah. So for me, I just think I like that style of fucking
yeah,
just
it's balls
100,
to the wall, isn't it?
200 miles per hour thrash, mate. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
God,
going
can
for
we get
that.
them both on a tour together, please?
Oh God, I'll be
Oh,
there, mate. In a heartbeat.
Do you know
that
what I
needs
mean?
to happen, mate.
Yeah.
Already,
Yeah,
should have
mate.
happened already.
Should have done. Yeah. Right. So High Command just edging that then. Right, Def, this next one is gonna boot your balls off, mate, and I'm really sorry.
Oh my God.
It's classic albums. Again, two
Oh
albums
no.
celebrating 30-year anniversaries this year. Emperor in the Nightside Eclipse versus Mayhem, the Mysterious Dom Satanas. Look at his little face.
Ah, God.
I've got an answer already on this one.
I've got an answer already.
Right, you two go.
Jim, go first, love.
Emperor in the Nightside Eclipse is mine. It's the album I got into before Mayhem. I've never, it's not really ever clicked with me properly in like the lore behind it and everything is untouchable. Like, do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like the story behind it and there's a magic when you listen to that album, knowing everything that went on, and it's like, but Emperor, like that is a flawless, timeless classic for me. In the Nightside Eclipse is untouchable.
Yeah, there's some shit that went on there as well, but
Yeah. It's just there's just magic behind both of them, isn't there?
yeah.
Like
It's mad to think
whether it's
that it
good
was.
magic or bad magic,
Yeah.
it's like
That's what you going.
I'm gonna go in the Nightside Eclipse. Because I'm kind of with Jim. Like Mayhem have never truly, like it's never really dropped with me.
Hmm.
I like it, but it's just like I wouldn't pick it over, in the Nightside Eclipse.
no. I wish we'd have got. I know the vocals are a big thing on the Mayhem album, but I wish we could have heard those songs with Dead singing them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's just the live versions of like Freezing Moon and that are unbelievable.
Yeah.
But on record, yeah, I would take Emperor.
I should take Emperor. I should, because it's
But you
phenomenal. Like Mayhem are my favorite all-time black metal band. You boys know that. I
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
love, mate. Not just because of the story. I'm not into all of that stuff. I am. But it's mad to think, yeah, like you said, Jim, the stories behind it. I know they made a film of it, but it sounds like a movie script, but it's all true. It's just pure insanity, and it's probably one of my favorite black metal albums. I know a lot of people don't like it or don't get it. The production is very ropey, but I like all that mad shit. You know that.
Yeah.
And if it's Mayhem, it might not be as a good album as Nightside Eclipse, but for me, it's Mayhem. And I'm going for that factor, really. I fucking love The Mysterious, man. It's just insane. And I love that style of black metal where it just does, after you finished it, you think, I don't know what went on. All I heard was noise, some drums, some screaming. That's it. But it's, I fucking love it, mate. Inject it in my veins.
It's a magical mystery tour, mate.
It is, mate. Yeah. And yeah.
Right, okay, Emperor just edging that one then. Okay, the next one is a song v song battle. And if you turn on Kerrang TV at any point, you'll probably see these two songs within an hour. Korn, Got the Life versus Deftones, Back to School.
Oh,
Two massive massive anthems. Two massive anthems, mate.
I'm not happy about this one either.
Oh, I'm not happy about it.
This is one of the hardest ones. This is one of the hardest ones. I actually can't pick.
Got the Life, as that disco beat is untouchable. Like, Dev, do you remember we loved those first two albums, didn't we?
God, yeah.
And then Follow the Leader comes out. There's a disco beat. There's and you're like, this is where Korn found their sound, I think, wasn't it?
Yes.
This is where the sound Korn took and
went on for yes.
Like this is where they Back to School is one of the catchiest, like, and I'm talking like the Kerrang version here, like
and you couldn't even get hold. You couldn't get hold of Back to School, like they came out on. Did they release it on that Mini Maggot LP? I think,
yes.
Or EP.
Yes. Yeah.
Get it on the EP.
Yeah.
It wasn't like on the album, was it? It wasn't on White Pony.
No, it wasn't. No, I know. But if you go into streaming now, it's
on there, isn't it? Yeah, they put it on there now. Yeah,
and he does that scream, and all the fucking glass blows out.
Yeah,
it's one of Deftones' favorite songs, and I don't think they
definitely one of
my favorite Deftones. I don't think they like it, do they?
No,
really.
Oh, Chino just looks so fucking cool. It like skateboarding on the desks in school and stuff. It's such a massive tune as well, isn't it?
But is he doing?
Exactly.
Got the life.
Yeah, and has he got a fully sequined Adidas tracksuit?
No.
Should he pull off a fully sequined Adidas tracksuit?
He could.
Yeah, probably. Actually, maybe.
Anything, mate, innit?
Depends on what phase.
I'm going Korn. Got the Life. And I'm talking the closest. This is the hardest one for me.
It's like that drum beat.
You asked me on another day, it would be Deftones, but for now, it's Korn. That's how close it is for me.
I'm torn here, Daz.
I don't know what to do.
Right. Now that you need us, but you don't.
Go on, Jim. If you had to play one now, what are you playing? Quick. 3, 2, 1.
Deftones. Back to School.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Daz, what are you playing? 3, 2, 1, go.
Don't make me do this.
No, that's not what the song's called.
It's my favourite Korn song. It's a great song, but it isn't my favourite Korn song. Back to School is one of my favourite Deftones songs.
I think I'd have to go Deftones.
Yeah.
You know, a gun to my head, 3, 2, 1. I'd be like, right, let's have some of that. Yeah,
that's it. It's got to be gun to head in this.
It has to be in
scenarios, isn't it?
God, that was tough, man. That was probably the hardest one. I couldn't decide.
There was some deliberation going on there. But yeah, Deftones then, Daz, yeah?
Yeah, it was just one of those, when you're in college and stuff, like it came out when I was in college. Big. It was just like one of those,
Yeah.
Got the Life was massive as well. And I've probably listened to Got the Life more in my lifetime, I would say.
Yeah, like I said, for me, you asked, we would have done this episode tomorrow. I probably would have picked Deftones.
Yeah.
And then
there's
another
no,
day, it would have been. That's how it was for me. But yeah,
there's no
Can't
right
wait till
answer.
can't wait till we put the template out, mate, and get the
Yeah, I know.
listeners.
Get some answers on
Yeah,
these.
Get some
yeah.
answers and see.
Right, okay. Deftones just taking that then. 2-1. Okay, next one. Oh God. Right. This is band v band, but this is a 4-way USA new wave of American heavy metal 4-way battle.
Oh,
Right. Get your pens and paper ready, lads. Unearth versus Shadows Fall versus Chimera versus Darkest Hour.
I know Daz is passed out on his desk now.
Maybe we'll say you can pick 2 out of the 4 here.
And then a battle out of them two.
Just all the
So if we
battles.
pick, yeah. So that's what we'll. So if we pick 2,
Oh my God.
and then the battle between those 2, so we have to try and eliminate 2 out of this 4.
Right, okay, well, I think I'm taking Chimera.
I'm the
Because
same. I'm taking them.
the
Yeah,
impossibility of like the first few Chimera albums, especially, are fucking brilliant. And I think I probably listened to Chimera more than the rest of those bands.
yeah.
God, Unearth, Shadows Fall, or Darkest Hour. Then
That's tough.
I'm taking Chimera and Unearth as my 2.
Oh,
I'm taking Chimera and Unearth as my 2.
I'm probably taking Chimera and Darkest Hour. I think
Oh
okay.
God, I feel
Daz.
too rough for this.
Yeah, I knew as soon as he said them, I thought, oh, this is Dad's territory. I'm convinced I know one of them. What you're going to pick? What you should pick?
uh, fuck. Oh my God, dude. I'm really thinking this super hard.
Right. Well, while
I
you're thinking
reckon.
that, then
I
I'm gonna take
reckon.
Chimera out of all
Yeah.
4. Chimera's my winner out of those 4.
Right, Chimera's the winner.
Yeah. The Impossibility of Reason tips it.
I reckon I'd
That's a well beat.
probably go with Darkest Hour,
Okay.
I thought that.
and I might. God, it's the Out of Unearth or Chimera for sure.
Yeah, I'm going
Like-
balls out of the bath, and I'm choosing an overall winner of Chimera out of these. Those riffs, mate. Like nobody did groove riffs like fucking
Yeah.
Chimera did.
I'm just gonna go Darkest Hour and Unearth.
Oh, okay.
I had a feeling you'd go for them too.
Do you know
Yeah.
what, Daz? Originally, this question was Unearth versus Darkest Hour. And then I
Oh,
thought, nah, do you know what? Let's do a 4-way battle because we haven't done one before.
yeah.
So I was
Chimera
like,
is so good as well. Like the what's that first album they did?
oh, the
Pass
one
Out
with-
of Extinction.
that's
Yeah.
a, that's
Fucking mate, when
that's-
I was there when that came out, mate, like that was my jam, bro.
yeah, same mate.
I'm
There was
gonna
a
go on a
track.
mad Chimera binge, mate, in a minute.
There's a track on a Kerrang or Metal Hammer CD. When that album was about to drop, and I rinsed the absolute life, mate, out of that track. I bought the album the day it came out.
And I also rinsed the shit out of that first Stings of Conscience. Adam D produced it, the Unearth song, the Unearth album as well. So yeah, I'll go Darkest Hour, Unearth. Right, where are you at, Dan?
I've got Chimera and Darkest Hour. I think I'm going to go with Jim. Chimera, man. Those albums, and those riffs, mate, are ridiculous.
They're more like the first album had a hints of new metal about it, didn't it?
Yeah.
But then they just went
It
full
were
fucking
elevated,
metal.
yeah. For me, I think Chimera is my overall winner.
Yeah.
How
same.
far are you going with them?
What
Like, as in, like,
discography-wise?
yeah, discography wise, like the entire thing, front to back.
I think
or-
they're all great, mate.
Mm.
So we had Pass Out of Existence into Impossibility Reason, both are great. The
Both are great.
self-titled is fucking great.
Yeah,
With Nothing
self-titled.
Remains.
Banger.
Self-titled is a banger, man.
Resurrection's pretty decent.
I don't really remember too much about that. I know The Infection is wicked.
Okay, I didn't do that. That's where I dropped off. I haven't done
okay.
that.
the infection was wicked, mate. I don't think I've
Weirdly,
done.
Age of Hell, weirdly, on Metal Archives has got by far the highest rating.
Oh, Year of the Snakes on there, which is a banger.
What, Age of Hell?
Yeah.
I've never even heard it, but it's the highest rated on Metal Archives. I'm gonna
Oh,
have to
bruv.
add this up.
Mate, it's
Yeah, on the
fucking
Age of Hell, mate. That's a
sick,
wicked
mate.
album. That.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm going Chimera.
Yeah, same.
Right, so that leaves me with mine, and I'd probably go. I'd I'd probably go Darkest Hour.
Yeah, I thought you
I had
would.
a feeling you would. I had a
You know,
feeling you'd
I
go
think
there.
I'd have to because Undoing Ruin, mate,
Yes.
Is worldy, innit?
fucking part of my DNA, mate.
Yeah.
No, that's fair, mate. That's fair. Right, next one then. Albums, sorry, that are celebrating 5-year anniversaries this year. Gate Creeper Deserted versus Knock Loose, A Different Shade of Blue.
I'm gonna go. If I wanted to play one now out of them two, I'd pick Gate Creeper. I'd
Is
put that
that the
on
way your
now.
tastes have gone over the last couple of years, Def, is it?
I think so, yeah. And that Gate Creep, that Deserted, mate, is fucking phenomenal, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm going for that. If I had to play one of them now, it's
I'm a
difficult because I love that Not Loose. That Not Loose album's
Right.
fucking wicked. But if I'm picking one of them to play right now in the CD player,
Yeah.
it's Deserted. So I've got to pick that.
Yeah.
I'm going that too.
Right, sweet. I'm gonna go with sorry, Eric. I'm gonna go with Knock Loose.
Oh,
A Different Shade of Blue is a different fucking shade of brilliant, mate. It's such
a
such
great
a
fucking
brilliant
album.
And I love Gate Creeper, don't get me wrong, but I think there's something just special about that Knock Loose album that I just fucking love it. But yeah, I had a feeling Def you were gonna go Gate Creeper, definitely. I wasn't sure which way Daz was gonna go, but
Deeper Shade of Blue. Unbelievable, mate.
yeah, Gate Creeper tipping that. Right, okay, next one. Battle 15. Albums celebrating 20th anniversaries this year. Lamb of God, Ashes of the Wake versus Killswitch Engage, The End of Heartache.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Different flavors.
Oh, my
Two world beaters.
God.
Two world beaters.
Someone's gonna have to die for this. Oh
Now,
God.
I know which way I'm going, so if it helps, I'll go first.
Okay.
I love The End of Heartache, right? But Jesse's albums are the ones I gravitate towards. If it had been Alive or Just Breathing, it would probably have been that. But I'm going to go Lamb of God, Ashes of the Wake on this one. Only because it was the first Lamb of God album I remember hearing. And there's an argument if I was doing the ranking, it might be my favorite Lamb of God album. I loved it and Heartache, don't get me wrong. But that Lamb of God album is, for me, like, it would just tip it.
Exactly what you said is exactly what would come out of my mouth.
Oh,
For the
okay.
same reasons.
Yeah.
End of Heartache is a great album,
Yeah.
but those Jesse albums are just that step above. And if it was one of those, it's like you said, it's a different conversation. But Ashes of the Wake is my favorite Lamb of God album. It's fucking yeah. I think it's got to be Ashes of the Wake.
Yeah. It tips it for me as well, mate.
You guys,
That's
you guys are
That's
crazy, mate. You're crazy. It's end of Heartache, mate. All day. All day, mate.
Is that your favorite Killswitch album, or?
I would probably say it is, yeah. Yeah, I probably would go there. It's weird actually, because I was always like a really big Jesse guy, but then like I was watching a clip, I think it's from the DVD, I forget what it's called now, of the Kill Switch performance with Howard, and he's doing a bid farewell.
Yeah.
Fuck me, I actually really miss Howard being in Kill Switch.
Well,
You
mate,
know? And I think I'm more of a Howard stan now.
Okay.
Which is weird because I don't know when that happened. You know?
Do you think that Bloodstock show would have been as magical with Howard singing and not Jesse?
I think Jesse's got a special place in the KSE lore, hasn't he? But
it's great, mate. I'm really excited to see what this new Adam D. Howard Jones album is going to sound like.
And the new Killswitch Engage album, what
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to sound
So,
like, But
and it's
yeah,
good that they're all tight still, and you'll probably get Howard on another Killswitch Engage album in the
Yeah.
future. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah, I like End of Heartache, mate, is a masterpiece,
yeah, it's a masterpiece, mate.
a metalcore masterpiece.
Yeah,
Ashes of the Wake's fucking decent though, to be fair, but I got in on them on Ruin. I think I got my Ruin CD signed by Randy Blythe actually.
oh shit,
Yeah, got it signed by him. It was pretty
blimey,
fucking cool. Back in the day, they played Brighton, like little Brighton venue.
fucking hell. Yeah,
Yeah,
mate, that's sick, and the little things
yeah,
stay with you like that, don't they? From
yeah,
periods of time with bands. So no, that's fair, mate.
yeah.
But yeah, Lamb of God just pipping that one then. Right, next one is a classic band battle. Rage Against the Machine versus Faith No More.
I got my pick.
Oh, fuck me, that was quick, Death. I thought you were gonna struggle with this one, mate.
Well, I got mine because I've never really gone in on Faith no more, to be honest with you.
Oh, there's one where we're gonna have to
So
there's one we're gonna have to get Daz to go in on, mate. Definitely.
it's Rage Against the Machine for me, like easily.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Like just because I've not really heard, I think I've only ever really heard Epic, by Faith No More. That's kind of
Look,
wild, isn't it?
fuck, Daz, you've got some absolute classics at some point, mate, to get
Yeah.
involved with. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
like, I reckon the first time you hear Angel Dust or King for a Day, Fall for a Lifetime,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Rage for me as well. I think only because I got into them earlier. Battle of Los Angeles was in my top 20 album of all time.
Yeah.
The debut's fucking no one. I know no one sounds like Faith No More either, but no one
True.
sounds like Rage, and no one ever will, and they can't. But then Faith No More have got. No, I'm gonna have to go Rage. I think
Tom
I'm gonna go
Morello's
Rage.
doing shit with his guitar and I ain't even plugged in, bruv.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Rage, mate. I'm gonna have to. But
I'm
Faith No
gonna go-
More are a legendary band.
Yeah. Don't sound too convinced, son.
It's a tough. I'm gonna go Faith No More. The Real Thing was in my all-time list.
Yeah, it was, mate.
Absolute fucking worldy.
Yep.
No album sounds the same with Faith No More.
Yeah, that's
Rage Against the
very true.
Machine are
That is
phenomenal,
very true.
but they are very. You know what you're going to get with every Rage Against the Machine album. Not that it's bad. I love it. I love Rage Against the fucking Machine. Faith No More, it's one track into another. You could have the most ballad, slowest track ever. And then all of a sudden you're going into a track that's off fucking
Off the rails.
Rain of Blood or so. Yeah, it's
yeah.
just insanity. And those vocals that Patton does, mate, are untouchable, mate. He's like a fucking chameleon. Yes, it's Faith. They're a special band, mate.
They are.
I love them. And the real Daz do the real thing. Honestly, mate, you will fucking piss your pants.
I'm putting it into the phone.
I don't think you can go wrong.
And then the other albums after that, like Jim said, Angel Dust, King for a Day, Soul Invictus is fucking great.
Album of the year is unbelievable.
Yes, they're fucking great, mate. It's such a great band.
What a band. But yeah, I'm gonna go Rage only because they were the band for me early on. But yeah, Rage just pipping that one then. Right, okay, next one is a song v song battle. Opening tracks from classic 90s records. Sepultura, Refuse Resist versus Pantera, Mouth for War.
You done it. Right, let's.
Death is broken.
Right, I've got my answer already, but it's You two go first, and then I'll come back. And I've got my answer, and I'll explain.
I think for me, they're both all-time classics. Both albums are all-time classics. But I think Mouth for War had the biggest impact on me when I heard that song. I don't remember hearing fucking. Wait, how old were we there? 14?
Yeah. I remember us playing that Pantera Full Display of Power.
Mouth
I remember
for War just.
I had that on tape. That used to be the Walkman album, mate, waiting at the bus stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The breakdown at the end
But oh, mate,
or
that's
break
what I was
up.
going to come to. That breakdown at the end, mate, is just yeah.
No one
It's
can piss on this determination.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think
Yeah.
I've given away my answer, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. I think there's
But then the Refuse Resist has got that breakdown at the end.
yeah, yeah,
It's got an all iconic riff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mouth of War for me. Like
yeah,
it's just a special track off a special album, isn't it?
yeah. It's one of my favorite Pantera tracks as well. It's up there with
Yeah.
one of my favorite. It's just yeah, it's so good, man.
One of the only Pantera tracks to have a backing guitar track behind the solo, I believe.
Oh wow.
If you listen to it, there's a guitar behind the solo. And
Oh
there's not many tracks like that, is there?
Oh
With them.
fuck! I never knew that. Oh fuck me, that gives me an excuse to listen to it
Yeah, have a
again.
listen to it, mate. Because normally it's just Rex's bass behind the solo.
Yeah, yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it? But yeah, that's got it's got like their guitar behind it as well.
Oh yes, blimey.
So, yeah, I'm going that, mate. I think it's got to be Pantera.
Yeah, for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking the same. Pantera for me.
Ooh, fucking hell! I wasn't expecting a whitewash there, but 3-0, 3-0 Pantera. Then bloody hell. Right, okay. Next one is an album battle. The sophomore slump is a well-known phenomenon, right? Bands releasing their second albums. This is the no sophomore slump battle, this one. Deicide Legion versus Obituary Cause of Death.
Oh god.
Both bands releasing world-beating second records. I've got my answer. I know what it is. I'm wearing the t-shirt by the
It's
band.
making me feel sick.
I know my answer, but I feel sick from it.
Legion was one of the very said this a few times. One of the very first albums that ever legitimately terrified me to the point where I had to turn it off. Like someone put that on Twitter as well the other day about that record. Exactly the same
Yeah.
feeling I had about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
With the lambs and like the wind blowing. And I remember listening to it on my headphones in my room, and I was like, I shouldn't be listening to this. Like, and there's not many times music does that to you. But that legit fucking terrified me that first time I ever listened to that. Satan spawned the Caco demon, mate. That opens that is one of the most unhinged,
is.
unhinged death metal songs ever. And that will stick with me. I'll remember that moment for the rest of my life listening to that album the first time.
That's got to be your pick. It has to.
Yeah,
I
it
would
has
have
to be,
been
mate.
surprised if you would have gone any
Yeah.
other way.
Oh, mate, Steve Dyer lent me the tape, Death.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it fucking terrified me. But I still love that album.
I love that album. I fucking love it. But I'm gonna have to go with Cause of Death. It was in my
Ooh.
GOAT list. I'm sure.
Oh, God, it was, mate.
It was
It
in my
was in your
GOAT.
top
It's
20.
one of my favorite death metal albums of all time. It's just magnificent. It's so fucking tough. But I'm gonna stick to, before I change my mind. I'm gonna stick with Cause of Death because it was a GOAT album for me.
I'm
Yeah.
going Cause of Death as well.
Have you just been looking up the track list, Stas?
Yeah. No, I ain't. I'll know the track listing of those records, but I was just thinking, I was just zoning the fuck out, mate, as to what I was gonna go with, to be honest with you. It's rough.
Oh, yes. None of these are a Mardi Gras.
It's got to be Obituary for me. Has to be.
Yeah.
But those first three Deicide albums, fucking unbelievable, mate.
Oh, they're untouchable.
They're
you know,
untouchable,
They
mate.
are. They are.
And we've spoken about it before. We're like, probably take those first three albums over a lot of the other death metal bands.
I'd take those first two Deicide over most.
But the iconic artwork of Cause of Death as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just yeah. Did you hear Obituary before Deicide Death?
You know what? I think so. I think they were one of the first, like, true death metal. I think Morbid Angel were the very first. I think that's why I'm related to them.
Yeah.
But I think
What I've
I
related
think
to.
Obituary were Deicide. I think were a bit later in the 90s,
Oh,
not
okay.
as early as you.
Yeah.
I think it was from you saying, "Have you heard fucking Deicide yet?" And I'm sure you lent me one of the out. I'm sure it might have actually been Legion. I'm sure it was, but it was a bit later. So I'd already had a few because we got in death metal. It was later, in it,
Yeah.
in that 90s sort of period, wasn't it?
That
So
it's such
Yeah.
a fucking rough one. Again,
it's
I'm
tough. It is. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what people put for these.
Me too, mate.
Particularly that one, because
Yeah,
you know
me too.
it's another one of those questions where, like, you know, ask me in an hour.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You know, Legion.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
just that moment has always it stuck with me like a no more nails job, that moment. Like it just
Would you? The thing is that Cause of Death for me is the top Obituary album, and I think that goes for most people.
Mm.
But when it comes to the three Deicide albums, do you know what I mean? I think Once Upon the Cross is above.
Yeah, that's
Legion.
usually the
Yeah.
top for most people.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm never putting Legion versus Once Upon a Cross on here, otherwise I'll fucking just
Well,
implode,
just
mate.
self-immolate, mate.
Yeah, I
Full
will.
petrol on yourself, mate. Just
Oh.
fucking set yourself up.
I just go up in flames, mate. Oh, no, I'm never doing that. I can see the fucking
Oh,
pain in you two. I put you two through now, so I apologize for that.
but
But
that's my theory.
yeah. So Obituary just taking that one then. Right, next one, we're staying in the death metal world. The title tracks of the two Undeath albums, Legions of a Different Kind versus Rise from the Grave.
Oh, this is a great question.
Yeah, they do title tracks unbelievably well. Like, I'm buzzing to see what the next title track on the album coming this year will be.
Brandish the blade.
I've got
imagine that's it.
my answer.
Rise from the Grave, I think is going to go down as a death metal classic. But Legions has got fucking Papa Trev on there.
Yeah, as
My face is covered with legions of a different kind.
They're two very different
They are, mate.
tracks. It
Yep.
depends what you're in the mood for. If you're in the mood for that proper caveman-esque undeath or anthemic undeath.
It. They're very two
What
different albums.
mood do you want? What mood do you want?
What a band they are, man.
Yeah. What do you want to wear?
I almost went with openers. I almost went with Theme for Corpses versus Suitably Hacked to Gore. But then I was like,
Jesus
no, these
Christ.
title tracks are so
That's
good.
a good one. That would be a good one.
We'll do that next time.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I think I'm just going to have to go with Rise from the Grave because I think it's an anthem. I think it's going to like, it's time. But people were saying that for everything.
It was all
yeah, it's true. Like, it has to be its time.
Yeah,
across the board.
Yeah,
am I right?
It is for me.
Yeah,
it is for me. Yeah.
It's too much of an anthem to ignore.
Legions, but what a track! Like for your first album, that was the first track they released as well, wasn't it? I seem to remember off that record.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of guest spots are a bit of a waste of time, but like Papa Trev singing like "My face is covered with" like legions of a different. It's just fucking so good. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Rise from the Grave, I think, on that one.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, right.
Across the board.
3-0. Right, okay. Next one. Legendary bands. We're going back to black metal. Immortal versus Dark Throne.
Oh God. Fucking hell.
I think Daz will go with.
I know what Daz will go with. I know what Daz will go with.
Yeah, it is an easy one for me. It's Immortal.
Yeah, I knew.
You know, it is Immortal. It's weird actually because I was listening to some Dark Throne earlier and I just cannot. Those last two albums aren't for me, bro.
No,
like, if you're really into the doom side of stuff and that, which I kind of am as well, but I don't know. You know, their early stuff was great.
Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely.
Have you got an answer, Jim?
Yeah, it's Immortal for me as well, mate.
Oh, okay.
You're
pure
Dark
holiday.
Throne, aren't you?
I'm Dark
I
Throne, yeah.
thought you would be. I thought you would be, mate.
Just because, like Faith No More, Dark, you don't know what you're getting with Dark Throne. Their debut was death metal. You then had the trilogy of black metal albums that will go down in fucking folklore.
Yeah.
And then they went heavy metal, grindy. They went
Punk.
black metal, punk. And then the last two albums for me are fucking
Heavy metal doom territory.
unfucking touchable, man.
Yeah.
The more you listen to those last two albums, it's just special, man.
Yeah, that's absolutely
Those
fair, mate.
two bastards, mate, are just So for me, I think it's and I think the trilogy, those artwork on those trilogy albums, you can't get out your head.
They're iconic,
It's
mate.
they're iconic, man. But Immortal, I mean, I fucking love Immortal. But
I know. I like for me, like at the Heart of Winter, Sons of Northern Darkness. Do you know what I mean? Like, even the one that comes in between that gets panned, the one me and Daz love. With the
yes,
fucking black and red cover. Like,
I always fucking blank on that, man. God damn. But
Pure
that
Holocaust is unbelievable.
yeah.
I need to find the name.
Is it Damned in Black?
Yes, that's it, mate.
That's so good, mate. It's so
It is
good.
so
I
good.
don't
I don't
understand how
understand that.
people are shitting on that, mate. It is
Me
fucking
either.
wicked.
But yeah, I think that was in the North. Diabolical Full Moon Mysticism. Yeah, I'm going Immortal, I think, as well on that one, mate. Yeah.
Me too.
And that last one was in my top 20, and the last Dark Throne was, to be fair. So, right, lads, couple more to go before we get to the big battle.
Oh, mate.
Oh, this one is fucking horrible, lads, and I really apologize for this. We love Black and Thrash, right? This is album v album. Demiser, Through the Gate Eternal versus Hell Ripper, The Affair of the Poisons.
Oh my god.
Now, Death.
I know
Ripper was your album of the
exactly
year.
we're gonna say. Yes.
Hell Ripper was your album of the year. But that Demiser album's got a special
That
place in all our
Demiser
hearts, hasn't it?
That Demiser album, mate, was ridiculous. Affair of the Poisons was my album of the year. And I knew as soon as on like the second, third track, I knew this weren't going to be touched, and it wasn't.
Bloody hell, was it that quick for you?
It was. That when I heard the Affair of the Poisons, yeah. It just had everything I wanted in the Black and Thrash album.
Thing is, you got a lot more to pull from Hell Ripper. Might have got that one album.
But this is just the album, mate. This is
that's true.
Isolate the rest of the discography, chuck it in the bin. The rest of the Hell Ripper discog doesn't matter.
If both those albums come out,
if those
both albums come out now, if they were released on the same day, and you were doing an album of the year list, which one of them two would be higher? That's how I'm thinking now. If it was now,
that's it. You can't really say just because it was your album of the year, it doesn't necessarily mean it was the winner. For me, I would just take Hell Ripper because it's got Vampire's Grave on it, which to me is a fucking worldie. I would just go with that, but then Demise has got
Offering is one of the fucking tunes of the decade, man.
Offering's not the track on there for me, mate.
Oh wow.
Death Strike is the one on there for me. The vile fucking blasphemy. Like that's the track on there for me. It's got a track called Demise of the Demiser, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hell Ripper needs to do Hell Ripper the Hell Ripper.
Yes.
Really. He really does. I'm going Hell Ripper just, mate. I think they're both world class albums, but I'm just going with Hell Ripper.
Look at Dan. Poor Dan.
Yeah, I think I've got my pick.
Go on,
Em.
Hell Ripper.
Oh,
I knew listening to that, I knew Demiser was special because I think was it Enforced come out on the same day, and there was another one. They were all on that same. They were all on that same release date. It was Demiser, Enforced, and something else. And I remember the group chat saying Enforced was fucking brilliant. Then this one was brilliant, and then this one. But that Hell Ripper album, man, it was. I knew it was gold as soon as I was listening to it.
So for that album of the year, mate.
Yeah, for that reason, it's got the Affair of the Poisons, man. Is for me the album, man.
Yeah, it would just take it for me.
I'm sorry, James, but I'm probably just going to go Demiser here.
Nah, that's fair, mate. I had a
I'm
feeling
gonna,
you would go
I'm
Demiser on
gonna,
this one.
I'm gonna have to go Demiser. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're like
Well,
close to your heart now, Demiser, aren't they?
yeah.
They
Yeah,
signed our CDs, isn't
Yeah.
it?
They signed us.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're
that's it,
good.
mate.
They're
Yeah,
good eggs. They
Yeah.
are.
I
yeah.
mean, we'll have to have them back on again anyway soon, like, and hope
There's got to be an
that.
album this year, isn't there?
There is
Yeah,
an
it
album
sold
this
me.
year.
That sold me.
There
It's
is an album.
end of the year, he
Brilliant.
reckons. Like
Yeah.
maybe
Brilliant.
like Octoberish sort of time.
Fucking yes.
And you know, keep your ears peeled for that because I think he wants to come on with the chainmail.
Like you said last time,
That
isn't it?
fucking guy, what's that
Oh,
guy?
Oh,
Grave
I can't.
Pisser or whatever
That's
his
it.
Grave
name
Grave
is.
Pisser.
Pisser. He wants to come on. Yeah, yeah.
Grave Pisser's coming with Demiser, and he's like, we'll come on with our chainmail, we'll get the fucking guns, and we'll have some beer. So who
That's it.
knows what's going to
Who
happen
knows where
in that
that's going, mate?
episode?
Holy shit.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Oh, well, there's something to look forward to this year, mate. That's for sure.
Yeah, well,
Well, or
maybe not if it goes
yeah.
sour. Who knows?
Right, okay. Next one is a song v song. New metal cover versions.
Oh,
Alien Ant Farm, Smooth Criminal versus Limp Bizkit, Faith. Well,
I know
guess
my
it would
pick.
be nice.
I know
if
my
I
pick.
could
Is it
touch your-
Dan straight in?
He's
Straight
straight every
in.
time, mate, isn't he? There's
Straight
no
in.
messing about with this geezer, is
Straight
there?
in.
No.
Straight in.
That's
Alien
what I
Ant
said.
Farm. Straight away.
Okay,
Mate.
okay.
Faith
That
is good.
mental.
I like the cover they did of Faith, but that Smooth Criminal cover, mate.
You're
was
an MJ man
fucking-
as well, aren't you?
Exactly.
That's
And
true.
that video was fucking everywhere.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was everywhere. I used to work in the gym and we used to have the music channels on.
Yeah.
And I'm talking every single fucking hour.
Yeah.
Alien Ant Farm,
Oh.
Smooth Criminal was
It
on.
was everywhere, mate.
And it's
Smooth
so
Criminal.
fast. It was fucking ridiculous. It's such an. I can hear it now.
Yeah.
Faith was good.
I saw them live, mate, at Sonisphere, and the place popped the
Yeah.
fuck off when they
Yeah.
did that cover.
It-
I mean,
it-
that album's really good, Anthology.
It is. I
It's
bought
so
it. I bought the
underrated.
album. Yeah, it is.
Movies
Yeah.
is a worldie.
Yes.
Movies is a worldie,
yes.
mate. And it's
Yeah.
so fun. What
Yeah.
such a great video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taking Alien Ant Farm as well, I think. I like the Faith. I like the Limp Bizkit cover. I do think it goes off the rails a bit at the end where it goes. nuts.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's brilliant. That's
it is.
the part.
It is.
That's probably
it
what
is
might
brilliant.
take it for me.
Baby. I
You know, the
know
DJing bit, like,
that-
what up? It's like, oh,
That's classic Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it?
You know,
The production on that album is so raw, isn't it? Of
Yeah.
$3 Bill, yo. I haven't listened to that for years, mate. I might listen to that this week, you know. Pollution and Stuck and all that.
Pollution, mate, is unbelievable.
I think that was on a Metal Hammer
Counterfeit
CD
as well.
Counterfeit is
Counterfeit.
fucking.
You're a counterfeit.
That is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
The ending of that, mate, is fucking sweet as a nut.
yeah.
Dude.
I'm going Alien Ant Farm. I think I'm gonna go with that.
I'm just gonna go Faith. I am a massive George Michael stan,
That's absolutely fair, mate.
Yeah.
and you
And I
know,
think-
just to be different. That's all it is as well. Just to be,
Yeah.
you know, Alien Ant Farm is the bigger song.
Yeah.
You know, without doubt, as Def said, it was fucking everywhere. Kind
It
of
was
still
everywhere.
is everywhere, mate.
I
Like,
know,
yeah,
mate. Yeah, you could turn
the telly
Kerrang on
bet
now
it's
and you'll
on,
probably see that
bet
at
it's
some
on
point.
yeah, yeah.
you know. But yeah, I'll go with Faith.
It made
Fuck.
me realise how many new metal covers there were. I could have picked fucking tons from this from a list that I was looking at.
Well, I
like,
could save it for a next episode.
Yeah, man.
yeah, some of them ain't great, but right, we got two more lads, and this is the one that's going to wound Daz to the point of
Oh, thank God
Am I
for
going to
that.
commit seppuku?
my Harry Carey, mate, live on there. I think so. This is an album, a three-way album battle. The band of Converge. It's you
Are
fail
they?
me. It's
Are
you
they?
fail me versus No Heroes versus Axe to Fall. And you've got to choose one of those albums, Daz.
Oh,
I've got my answer. I know my answer for this one.
okay.
It's Axe to Fall for me. Like that was the album where I was like, oh, you know what? I think I get this now.
Okay.
I remember really fucking, and I saw them at Download on that album, and they opened with Dark Horse, mate, and Dark Horse is a world beater of an album opener.
Oh, without a doubt.
What else is on there? Cruel Bloom, Wretched World. Reap what you sow.
Reap what you sow, mate, is unbelievable, bruv.
Yeah.
Is it Worms Will Feed or something? Is that on there as well?
Yeah, Worms Will Feed /
Rats Will something or other.
Rats Will Feast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Axe to Fall for me, mate, I think, out of those
Yeah,
three.
Same. Axe to Fall. It's the
Oh,
only
wow.
one that can hold a torch to Jane Doe for me.
Ooh, okay.
Sometimes I might even put it up above Jane Doe.
Really?
Some days, you know,
Shit,
but
damn,
there's
son.
not much. There's not much. I feel like Axe to Fall's almost a bit underrated
Yeah, I think it
because of
is.
Jane Doe.
I
You
think
know,
it is.
but on
I think their
on
whole
another day, it's better.
discography is because of that.
Yeah,
It's not like an albatross round their neck because it's a world class, it's a all-time classic, but there is more to Converge than that album.
yeah.
And I think sometimes they don't get that credit. Do you know what I mean?
You Found Me was fucking wicked as well, but then they
You've
did
got
the
a tattoo of that,
Redux.
haven't you?
Yeah, yeah, I do. But then they did the Redux version, so that was way better.
Mm.
But Axe to Fall definitely, I think that's like
Yeah.
top 2 Converge records.
Yeah.
Easy.
It would be that, and The Dusk in Us would be my top two.
Oh,
The
fair
Dusk
enough.
in Us was where
Great album.
that's
Great
my
album.
favorite Converge album, I think.
It's a worldie, that is.
Yeah, it's a fucking
You know, it is a
mate. We
worldie.
have got to be due a new one. That was 7 years ago. The Dusk in Us.
Really?
Yeah, 2017.
Wow.
We have to have a new
Wow.
one this year. Surely to
Holy
God.
shit.
I know they did Blood Moon, but that's not really a
It's not,
Converge
yeah.
full album.
No.
Fuck me, yeah.
7
Come
years.
on,
Have they
lads.
ever been that many years between records? I don't think there has.
No, I don't think there has, mate. There was 5 between. Oh
Mate, it's
no.
got to be this year.
Yeah, it has to be this year, mate. Has to be.
Got to be.
Yeah. What are you taking, Def?
I got into Converge very late, so I'm probably not as educated
Okay.
as you two, but I do remember buying No Heroes and really
Great
like it.
album.
Not at the time. Later, I mean, probably, I don't know, 7-8 years ago, maybe bought it.
Yeah.
And then obviously got into The Dusk in Us. So it was just before that album. So, but No Heroes, I fucking love that album. Axe to Fall I've done, but I remember No Heroes more. Whether
Right.
it's the right answer, I don't know. But
Hey,
I remember
mate,
No
that's
Heroes.
your-
No Heroes is just banger after banger. And they're short track, they're like minute track fucking. It's just, on it, man.
Yeah.
It's, really fucking good, man. But yeah, I hope there's an album in that vein of Dusk in Us
God, me
coming from
too.
Converge.
God's sake, me too, mate. Yeah.
Dusk in
Yeah.
Us was fucking great.
Right then, this is the last one before we get on to the big battle at the end. This is album v album. Death metal debuts
Oh, God.
from recent years as well. 200 Stab Wounds, Slave to the Scalpel, versus Tribal Gaze, The Nine Choirs.
Got my answer.
Call him Paulie, mate, because he is sure.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go for it, mate. If you've got an answer straight away.
Tribal Gaze. As soon as I heard that album, mate, I knew. I knew it was special.
Blimey, son.
I knew it was special. Again, 2 different out. I mean, it's 2 different styles, depending what you want. I love that 200 Stab Wounds album. I love that sound with those Tin Can Alley drums. It's fucking infectious. But that Tribal Get 9 Choirs, mate, is special.
Bloody hell, mate. Okay.
Special.
I wasn't expecting that.
He ain't wrong, though. That's the dirtiest thing about this whole fucking setup, is he ain't wrong.
There isn't any right or wrong, mate. But 200 Stab Wounds is my answer. Slave to the Scalpel, like toe rope round the throat, mate. Skin
Just
milk
what, though? Yeah.
And I love the vocals on there are fucking outrageously brilliant. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go 200 Stab Wounds on this one. I love that Tribal Gates album, don't get me wrong, but I think that style of death metal that 200 Stab Wounds does is just a little bit more my cup of Darjeeling. Yeah,
I agree, mate. honestly.
Cup of Darjeeling. I'm writing that one down. I'm nicking that one.
Yeah, I would go 200 Stab Wounds as well. I mean, yeah. Oh God, that is
I know they're both
shit.
They're both brilliant.
both
David. That's
they
the
are,
name
yeah.
of the game here, mate.
200
That's the name of
stab
the game.
wins by a cunt hair because it's more. They've got more like hardcore sort of
Bounce.
thrashy
Yeah.
bounce to it, but
Yeah.
Tribal Games has got that bitchery, crushing groove as well.
And
Fucking
some of the
brutal
most
choice that is.
outrageously good drumming.
Oh
Yes.
my god, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right, Stab Wounds just taking that then. Before we go into the big first time in recorded history, 8-band tag team match. It's the $20 battle, lads.
oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I've been excited for this fucking for ages, mate.
It's the $20 battle. This one, I think, is going to tear Defa apart at the very soul.
It's gonna be like that scene in
God.
Hellripper, mate, when all the fucking no, Hellraiser, where
Yeah,
the
like,
hooks come
yeah,
out and they're
that's
just gonna
it.
fucking tear him apart, mate.
Yeah.
When
Oh,
when you call the band, it's just gonna be
Yeah.
yeah.
you're gonna have him, mate.
Right. Get your pens and pencils ready, ladies and gentlemen, if you're playing at home. Team
Okay,
A.
I might need to get mine out as well, to be honest, so I can remember him.
You just got to choose which team you would take, okay?
Okay.
Team A. Worm, Vastum, Witch Vomit, and Dava. I'll repeat that again. Worm, Vastum, Witch Vomit, and Dava. That's Team A. Team B. Dream Unending, Ulthar, Torture Rack, and Ascended Dead. Team B. Dream Unending, Ulthar, Torture Rack, and Ascended Dead. Which team are we taking, boys?
God,
Because I was
Jesus.
looking at this, right? Team B has got Ascended Dead, which was Death's album of the year. It's got Ulthar, which was second Death.
Yeah. Dream
Torture Rack
Unending was top 3 EP sort of mini.
But
of the
then
year.
I remember the 2 Dream Unending albums didn't really hit hard with you, did they?
No,
But
but
then
I did
Torture
like
Rack was in your top 20 last year.
Yes, it was.
But then Dava was right up.
Dava was right up there. Worm is always up there. What else was on Team A?
Vastum and Witch
Oh
Vomit.
God, and literally, oh God.
Now I think I know my answer on this one.
I think I know my
I
answer,
know my
but
answer.
it's horrible.
I'm going Team A, mate.
I'm going Team A as well because
Team A.
Worm are in it.
Yeah.
And
And
anywhere
Vastum.
Phantom Slaughter and Worm go, I'm going as well.
Team A's got Witch Vomit in it as well.
Yes, it has.
Which I think's the better band over Torture Rack.
This is what I was trying to pair them up. So it was kind of like Worm v Dream Unending, Witch Vomit, Vastum v Ulthar, Witch Vomit versus Torture Rack, and Dava versus Ascended Dead. I kind of did it as
Okay, if we do it, all right.
battles.
Yeah, that's a great shout.
That's made it more fucking harder now. Because I'd probably pick Worm over Dream Unending, just if it was separate. What was the second one, Jim?
Vastum and Ulthar. Vastum's Team A, Ulthar's Team B.
Gotta go with Ulthar.
Well, that's what I thought, yeah, because
It's got to be Ulthar. And third one was
Witch Vomit and Torture Rack.
You've got to be in B though, ain't you?
It's got to be.
It has to be.
It has to be. It has to be B. It has to be. Because Ascended Dead album of the year, Ulthar was runner up.
Yeah.
Torture Rack, I raved about that Torture Rack since I fucking heard it. Yeah. That was always going to be well up there.
Yeah.
The Dream Unending, the split with Worm was fucking phenomenal.
So yeah, for you there, you've got 3 in Team B and 1 in Team A, haven't you?
Yes, if I was going that way, yeah.
See, I've got, for me, Worm trumps everything. That's the way I was looking at it.
Yeah.
That I'd take Dava over Ascended Dead. Oh, Witch Vomit and Torture Rack. I think they're neck and neck, really.
If we're going who? Dava and Torture Rack.
No, Witch Vomit
and Torture Rack.
It's difficult. It's
I know, mate. This is
that one's a difficult one.
Vastum and Ulthar. Ulthar was higher in my thing, but
Vastum was fucking great. It just
Worm trumps everything for me.
Yeah,
like the Forever Glade. You put Forever Glade in the mix. That's
it
probably
wins.
my favorite $20 spin album. And then you've got Where He's Gone on Blue Nothing, the 2 tracks on the Raven Blood on
Raven
the
Blood is a
Split.
fucking genius track.
Yeah, with them Cradle of Filth
Yeah.
flavors. Yeah, I'm gonna go Team A. Team A was, I think that's where I was leaning, and I think after discussing it with you boys, I think
I think if Ascended Dead wasn't in Team B, I probably would have gone Team A. I think
Yeah.
for me, Ascended Dead, like Wormfeet, I think Ascended Dead is probably there as my favorite $20 spin album. Because it's
Shit.
the album of the year,
Yeah,
isn't
of
it?
course
Nothing
of
else
course,
has
mate.
been.
No,
Nothing else.
nothing else has been. You're quite right, Def.
Nothing else has been there. So
There was no other album of the years in that list.
exactly,
So you're quite right,
that's
mate.
how I've got to. That's how I've got to play it.
Yeah. Great. Your Team A as well, then, Daz. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
God,
for me, I
that's
think.
tough. I like that. That's
Yeah,
because
mate.
it
I'm
makes
gonna
you
try and do
think.
some more of them in future. I might
It
do like
makes
a
you think
Roadrunner
about it.
battle and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And
yeah. That'd be great,
That's a
man.
great idea, mate.
yeah, the $20 battle.
TM, no one else is nicking that idea,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah. Just
'Cause
you
we
there. We got
know.
the lawyers. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
we got
take you
'em.
to Lawyer Town.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
So yeah, Team A then, Worm, Vastum, Witch Vomit, and Dave are coming out as the winners of the first ever $20 battle. So that's the end of the quiz then, lads. That's the end of the episode. We'll put these, like Dad said in the episode, we'll put the template up on Twitter after the episode's dropped. Twitter at Bangers P, so you can go through, and we always love seeing them answers, don't we?
Yeah.
Exactly,
good.
mate. We love it.
We always love seeing them. And yeah, thanks for listening to Bangers and Mosh, the podcast for heavy music. We'll be back again very soon. But until then, party on, dudes.